Donald Trump made it abundantly clear that he lies to his supporters if the results of any given poll are not favorable toward him. Now, during CPAC, a straw poll indicated that he is insanely popular among Republican voters, so he didn't need to lie to them about that. And I want to give you the results because it shows you just how much influence Trump still has over the Republican Party, even though he's no longer in office. So among the poll respondents, 98% gave Trump a positive approval rating. And when asked for whom they would vote for if the 2024 Republican presidential primary were held today, 70% picked Trump and 26% chose Governor Ron DeSantis. That's pretty incredible, really.
No, what's more incredible is literally everyone else got either 1% or 0%. So this thing is over. DeSantis is Trump's mini-me. So Trump and his mini-me got combined 96%. So I feel like a lot of people in this country, some of them are establishment Democrats, some of them are establishment media, are trying to wish Donald Trump into irrelevance. He's not relevant anymore. He's just sitting in Mar-a-Lago, not doing anything else. He's totally irrelevant now. Oh no, the Republicans are going to get back to their senses and pick Marco Rubio.
No,
that's
not gonna happen.
No.
In fact, why don't we take a look at this graphic because it shows you some of the 1%ers that you're referring to. Right, so Rand Paul was included, 1%, Nikki Haley, 1%, Ted Cruz, 1%, Tucker Carlson, 1%. Looks like your cheesy little segments aren't really resonating with Republican voters. That's pretty shocking, actually.
Yeah, no, I have a different point of view on that. So leave this, can you go back up to it for 1 second? One, you see the slight discrepancy in the numbers. DeSantis at 21 here, and then the other report he was at 26. But overall, the rest of it all holds, right? But when you look at this list, the mainstream media thinks like, oh, Ted Cruz, he's a populist conservative and really well respected in the conservative community. And Rand Paul's an interesting libertarian. Nikki Haley, part of the establishment, but reaches out to the Trump people. Irrelevant, losers, boring, fake, nobody's interested. The only guy who's at 1% that's interesting is Tucker Carlson. He has a giant platform. I think people are giving him 1% because he's not running or has not said anything about running at this point. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, great. I don't want him to rise, but I fear that he's gonna rise out of that. The other person who has a chance of rising is Kristi Noem, who's the governor of South Dakota, because she's trying to corner the market on dumb, and conservatives love that. She made fun of the other governors at CPAC, other Republican governors, because she's like, they tried to do a couple of things to help you stay alive. And the crowd was like, yeah, kill us, right? And she's attractive, and conservatives are unduly attracted to attractive people, right? So great, they're attractive, but who cares? It's about politics. Who cares about whether they're attractive or not when it comes to policy? But Republicans care. Sarah Palin. Oh my God, Sarah Palin, right? And I can go on. And so they're gonna get infatuated with her. But the rest of them, all those standard politicians that the media loves, no, the voters hate them. Ted Cruz, I love to see you at 1%. Love to see it. You're never gonna rise, Ted. You're never gonna be president, you unctuous snake, okay? So-
He doesn't even wanna, be a senator from Texas. He like immediately abandons his own constituents as soon as they're experiencing a crisis. Like, do you really want to be president? You have to actually like do things, like,
I'm just gonna say one last thing about that and then about Trump. No, the main dividing line, guys, is do they talk like a real person or do they talk like a fake politician? And the media can't understand that because they're fake. So they think Ted Cruz talks like a normal person because he talks like them. No, but when Ted Cruz says, I'm by the border, and I saw earlier, right, and all does that fake talk, people like vomit in their mouths, even if they're right wingers. They know he's a fraud. Trump lies to them through his teeth, but he talks like a real person. He's like, oh, you know what? I don't like it. I don't like it. The poll says I lost. I don't like when I lose. I like to win.
That is so insulting to real people.
Okay, no, I'm just saying, right? Not the elites. I'm keeping it real, right? And so that's why the Cruzes of the world have no chance, and their beloved Marco Rubio has no chance. And so that press that hates Trump still loves Rubio. And so that's super interesting too. All right, last thing on Trump. Guys, he's got the party on lockdown. It's over. Okay, so if he runs and he's He's not in jail, none of that stuff happened, right? And he's still healthy and he runs. I mean, he doesn't even matter if he's senile. I think he's senile now. They don't care at all. He can say the craziest things. He could be full-blown senile, like drooling at the mouth, and they'll still vote for him. Okay, so unless one of those things happens, he's coming back. Yeah. You can try to wish him away, but you're not going to. They love him. The Republican voters are infatuated with him. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.